Act 2, Scene 1. The lights come on up on Black Mary and Selig in the kitchen the next morning. Selig.
Well, that's all anybody talking about. They talking about clear down Philadelphia. They say somebody started that fire at the mill. They say the colored is still mad over the man who jumped into the river. They talking about keeping the colored out of Pennsylvania. Say, what do we need them for? One man say, well, they ought to send them back down south. I come on past the general store in Rankin, and they was talking about, well, why can't we have slavery again? One man said, because of the law. Somebody else said, well, change the law. Man asked him, you want to fight another war? He said, hell yes. Now, I was surprised when he said that, but then again, I wasn't too surprised. They're talking about bringing in the army if the police can't handle it.
How you doing, Mr. Selig?
Well, I'm doing all right on this. I'm fixing to go back upriver. Everybody's talking about the fire at the mill.
Where's Eli?
Well, he's gone out to see if he can find out any more news.
It's a hard time for everybody, Mr. Selig. I do believe the spirit is willing, but the people can't get their bodies to follow along with it. There's too much trouble. It's always been trouble, and it looks like it always will be. I ask myself why that is. I can't seem to come up with an answer.
Well, my mama say, trouble is man-made. Say if man didn't make trouble, it wouldn't have to follow you. She said, trouble will follow you to your grave.
Black Mary, where's your hospitality? You got a biscuit over there for Mr. Selig? Give Mr. Selig a biscuit. I know he likes his biscuits.
Black Mary gives Selig a biscuit.
Well, I thank you, Black Mary.
It's still burning. They haven't put that fire out yet. Don't look like they can put it out either. They say somebody's seen who started it.
Yeah, that's all anybody's talking about. I just come up from seeing my girlfriend in Rankin. They're talking about it up there. Now, I didn't know somebody seen him. I don't know why somebody would burn down the mill. Where are the people going to work at now? It don't make much sense to me.
That was the biggest fire I'd ever seen. They had 5 wagons from Pittsburgh trying to put that fire out. And the wind didn't help none. The wind caught the flames and it was all over the sky. They had a bunch of fellas who got hurt trying to put out that fire.
Well, let me get on. I'll unload some more rocks out back for you, Eli. Yeah, I see that wall's coming along.
Yeah, that boy's a good worker. We'll be finished in another, 2-3 days. Hey, thank you, Selig.
I'm going back upriver tonight. I'm going to stop down and see my girlfriend in Scotch Bottom and then head back on upriver.
Not drinking, huh?
Thanks for the biscuit, Black Mary. Oh, Esther, I'm going to try to stay out of trouble, but I don't think it's going to work.
Go on, you old buzzard. Take care of yourself now. You be careful out there.
Selig exits. There's a knock on the door. Eli goes to answer it, and Citizen enters.
I got the 2 pennies. Aunt Esther said to come back then.
Come on in, Mr. Citizen.
I got the 2 pennies, Miss Tyler.
Come on, Mr. Citizen. Tell me about them pennies.
They was laying there side by side. I picked them up. Somebody must have just lost them because they brand new. They still shining. I was looking for Joseph Grant. I never did find him. Nobody knows who he was.
Everybody knows Joseph Grant. You must not have been in Blarnox. Bet you only got as far as Clareton.
I walked around till I got tired. It started to rain. I found a bridge and went down under there till it stopped. I was coming up around near the bakery so I could stay, buy a loaf of bread. And I looked and I saw them 2 pennies lying there side by side. They still shining.
Citizen hands Aunt Esther the 2 pennies. Aunt Esther goes over and blows out the vigil candle.
Black Mary, go get the map. I got something I want to show Mr. Citizen. Some people don't like adventure, Mr. Citizen. They stay home like me. I done seen all the adventure I want to see. I've been across the water. I seen both sides of it. I know about the water. The water has its secrets the way the land has its secrets. Some know about the land. Some know about the water. But there are some that know about the land and the water. They got both sides of it. Then you got the fire. That's a special one. It's got lots of secrets. Fire will heal and kill. It's tricky like that. I can talk about the land and I can talk about the fire, but I don't talk about the water. There was a time, Mr. Citizen, when God moved on the water, and sometimes he moves on the land. Is he moving now? We don't know. We can't all the time see it.
Black Mary enters with a quilt on which there is a map.
Now take a look at this map, Mr. Citizen. See that right there? That's a city. It's only a half mile by a half mile, but that's a city. It's made of bones, pearly white bones. All the buildings and everything is made of bones. I've seen it. I've been there, Mr. Citizen. My mother lives there. I got an aunt and 3 uncles live down there in that city made of bones. You want to go there, Mr. Citizen? I can take you there if you want to go. That's the center of the world, and time and all will come to light. The people made a kingdom out of nothing. They were the people that didn't make it across the water. They sat down right there. They say, let's make a kingdom. Let's make a city of bones. The people got a burning tongue, Mr. Citizen. Their mouths are on fire with song that water can't put out. That song is so powerful it rise up, come across the water. 10,000 tongues and 10,000 chariots coming across the water. They on their way, Mr. Citizen. They coming across the water. 10,000 hands and feet across the water. They on their way. I came across that ocean, Mr. Citizen. I cried. I had lost everything. Everything I had ever known in this life, I lost that. I cried an ocean of tears. Did you ever lose anything like that, Mr. Citizen? Were you so lost, the only thing that can guide you is the stars? That's all I had left. Everything I had ever known was gone to me. The only thing I had left was the stars. I said, well, I got something. I wanted to hold on to them, so I started naming them. I named them after my children. I said, there goes Cephas, and that's Jasper, and that's Cecilia, and that big one over there, that's Junebug. You ever look at the stars, Mr. Citizen? I bet you seen my Junebug and didn't even know it. You come by here sometime when the stars are out, and I'll show you my Junebug. You come by anytime you want. You got the stars, but it's that wind that drives the boat, Mr. Citizen. Without the wind, it would just sit there. But who drives the wind? What God drives the wind? That's what I asked myself, but I didn't have an answer. So I just started singing. Just singing quietly some song my mother had taught me. After that, it was all right for a little while. But the wind did drive the boat right across the water. What it was driving me to, I didn't know. That's what made it so hard, and I didn't have my mother to tell me. That made it harder.
During the previous speech, Aunt Esther has made a small boat from her document of a bill of sale. She shows the boat to Citizen.
You see that, Mr. Citizen? That's a boat. You're going to take a ride on that boat. Do you believe you can take a ride on that boat, Mr. Citizen?
This is a piece of paper.
That's not what you call your ordinary boat. Look at that boat. Mr. Citizen, that's a magic boat. There's a lot of power in that boat. Power is something, it's hard to control, but it's hard to stand in the way of it. God sweep the stars aside, Mr. Citizen. He don't let nothing stand in his way. God don't know nothing but the truth. The boat can take you to that city, Mr. Citizen. Do you believe it can take you to that city?
I don't know. I don't know, Miss Tyler.
If you believe it can take you, God got room for everybody. I don't know if you ever seen him, but God wear all different kinds of clothes. He got all kinds of faces, and he got a sword. The Bible say it's a mean and terrible swift sword. And when he get to waving that sword around, he can do anything. I can take you to that city, but you gotta want to go. Do you want to go, Mr. Citizen? Do you want to go get your soul washed?
I gotta get this thing off me. Miss Tyler? Yeah, I wanna go.
Listen to what I tell you. We're gonna go to the City of Bones tonight. But first, you got to get ready. Now, I want you to go take a bath. Get scrubbed real good. Then I want you to put on your best clothes and then go into your room and pray. Even if you don't know how to pray, I want you to try. Black Mary, heat up some water, Mr. Citizen, and go get things ready. I'm going to get myself ready. Do not disturb me.
The lights go down on the scene.
Well, I just about got everything ready. Citizen's upstairs. He says he's ready to go.
He found those 2 pennies quick. She thought he was going to be up there for another 2-3 days.
He never stopped talking about it. He's really anxious to get his soul washed.
He must have done something really bad to be that anxious.
Well, I don't know what he done. All I know is he's ready to go.
There's a knock on the door. Eli goes to answer it. Solly enters with his traveling bag.
Hey, Solly, come on in. Oh, it looks like you're ready to make that trip.
Yeah, I gotta go get my sister. I just stopped by to say goodbye.
Anessa's in her room. She fixing to take Citizen Barlow to the City of Bones. She said don't disturb her until she gets ready.
Hey, Black Mary, how much I owe you for writing me that letter?
You don't want me nothing.
No. You gotta take something. Cause I appreciate it. And I gotta show my appreciation.
Give me a dime then.
I thought you was gonna say a nickel.
Solly gives Black Mary a dime, and she exits upstairs.
I want you take it. This is your money. I went on up and saw Jefferson Culpepper. I told him I hope I see him when I get back.
How old is Culpepper?
He ain't but 72. I'm 67. He got 5 years on me. I told him he ain't eating right. He ain't eating right since his wife died.
Which way you going?
Well, I guess I'm gonna go on down West Virginia. I figured for morning to catch me so I can go through Wheeling. I thought I'd pick up some help on the road.
Yeah, you stay away from the cities. It'll be easier. You get down to Georgia, you can work your way over from there. Now, I'll stay away from Birmingham if I were you.
They probably got that all blocked off anyway. Hey, Citizen Barlow. So you going down to the City of Bones? I've been to the City of Bones. It's something like you ain't never seen. A whole city, half mile by half mile, made of bones. All kinds of bones. Leg bones, arm bones, head bones. It's a beautiful city. That's where I'm going when I die. I know where I'm going. It's got 12 gates, and it's got 12 gatekeepers. That's what I always wanted to be. A keeper of the gate.
After I found my 2 pennies, I come back past the mill, and it had burnt down. It still had smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, that's that tin. Most people don't know that tin burns. It'll burn faster than paper. We learned that during the Civil War. It seems to happen. I've seen it happen.
I still owe the mill some money.
You ain't gotta worry about paying it.
Making the people owe. It's worse than slavery.
Ain't nothing worse than slavery. I know. I was there. Dark was the night and cold was the ground. Here, look at that. Look.
He hands Citizen a chain link.
Fine, man. Look. That's my good luck piece. That piece of chain used to be around my ankle. They tried to chain me down, but I beat them with that one. I said, I'm gonna keep this to remember it by. I've been lucky ever since. I beat them a lot of things. I beat them when I got away. I had some people to help me. They helped show me the way and they looked out for me. I got all the way to Canada. There was 8 of us. I was in Canada in 1857. I stood right there in Freedom Land. That's what they call it, Freedom Land. I asked myself, what I'm gonna do? I looked around, I didn't see nothing for me. I tried to feel different, but I couldn't. I started crying. And I ain't cried since my daddy knocked me down for crying when I was 10 years old. I breathed in real deep and just tasted the air, and it didn't taste no different. The man what brought me over the border tried to talk with me, but I just sat right on down on the ground and I started crying. I told him, say, I don't feel right. It didn't feel right being in Freedom Land and my mama and all the other people still in bondage. Told him, I'm going back to Cuba. I stopped crying as soon as I said that. I joined the Underground Railroad. Look at that. See, that's 62 notches. 62! That's a notch for every person that I helped get to freedom. Abraham Lincoln came along and changed all that. Him and General Grant. I never did join the Union Army, but I showed them where to go. I know all the routes. But me and Eli, we worked together many a time.
You need to know the routes. If you want to get up to Canada, it wasn't easy. All right. We down in the swamps, and then we hear a call. Whoop! 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 Yeah.
Sound like an owl.
3 times. Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
Then you know we had to go through.
Sometimes we hear the dogs right behind them. We make contact and get the runaways from the other conductor. See, he just passed them on. Otherwise, if he didn't hook up with us, he got to go out of his section. He got to carry them further. Maybe he don't even know the woods as much as he would but his own section. See, that made it slower. And all the times the dog's after you. All the time. You got to keep going.
I was what they call the drag man. I'd guard the rear. You had to fight a lot of times. I done been bit 9 times by dogs. Look here. See that? A dog tried to tear my leg off one time. I got a big old part of my arm missing, tore out the muscle, everything. He was going for my throat. I told myself I was lucky. If it wasn't for one good thing, I found that pure. Otherwise, I'd had to kill every dog I ever seen.
All right. He hooked up with us and passed them off, and for the next 200 miles, they're ours. It's just go on like that till we get into freedom.
Till you're in Canada. You can't stay in the north. If you stay in the north, you're subject to end up right back down south into slavery. With half a foot and waving one arm.
That's the way it went for many times. You got to leave the country to get freedom. You got to go up to Canada.
Eli gets a bottle of whiskey.
They got civilized people up there. I seen them. White as cotton. Got smiles on their faces, shake your hand and say welcome. I've seen them. Don't never let nobody tell you they ain't got no good white people. They got some good white people down here, but they gotta fight the law. In Canada, they ain't gotta fight the law. Down here, it's a war.
It's a war, and you're always on the battlefield.
And the battlefield's bloody. The field of battle's always bloody. Can't be no other way.
The only thing you don't want is to end up a corpse. You don't want it to be your blood.
Ain't no sense in getting mad because it's rough out here. It's supposed to be rough. You ain't supposed to complain when you see some blood. Because I found out you could bleed and you didn't have to die. I said, this is too good to be true. Since then, I ain't never been afraid of losing a little blood. I said, they're gonna have to kill me. I can give up some blood all day long if it keep coming back. Your blood is like the river. It don't never stop till you dead. Life's got lots of comeback, but death ain't got no comeback. That's the only way life had any meaning. Otherwise, don't nothing count.
Come on, you get yourself a drink here. A man going to the bone deserves a drink.
That boy too young to drink whiskey. You gotta give it to him in a teaspoon.
I drinks whiskey.
Eli pours each one a drink of whiskey. Solly raises his glass in a toast.
So live, that when thy summons come to join the innumerable caravan which moves to the mysterious realm, where each shall take his chamber in the silent halls of death, thou go not, like the quarry slave at night, scourged by his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by his unfaltering trust. Approach thy grave like one that wraps the drapery of his coffin about him and lies down to pleasant dreams. That was W.C. Bryant. I learned that poem when I was 14 years old.
There go not like the quarry slave at night, scourged to the dungeon, but sustained and soothed by the unflattering trust. Approach thy grave like that wrap thy dreary of his cough about him, and lie down to the pleasant dream. You die by how you live.
They never made emancipation what they said it was. People say Jesus turned the water into wine. What they look like telling him it was the wrong kind? Hell, maybe it was the wrong kind. If you're gonna do it right. They waved the law in one hand, on one end, and hit you in the belly with the billy club on the other. I told myself, I can't just sit around and collect dog shit while the people be drowning. The people drowning in sorrow and grief. That's a mighty big ocean. They got the law to tie around their toe. Every time they try to swim, the law pull them down under. It's dangerous out there. People walking around hunting each other. If you ain't careful, you can lose your eyes or your arm. I seen that. I seen a man grab hold of a fella and cut his arm clean off. Cut it off at the shoulder. He had to work at it for a while, but he cut it clean off. The man looked down, saw his arm was gone, and started crying. After that, he was more dangerous than that one man with the other arm, than any man with two arms. You know why? Because he got less to lose. There's a lot of one-armed men walking around.
That's what Caesar don't understand. See? He can't see that the people ain't got nothing to lose.
The trouble with Caesar is he think the people dumb. He even think I'm dumb. The last person that thought that is walking around with one eye and half an ear. My mother used to say, if you want to teach an old dog new tricks, you need twice as many bones. Well, I got a pocket full of bones. I give them sugar for sugar and salt for salt.
And if you can't get along with me, it's your own
Damn fault.
They fought the Civil War over that law and still ain't got it right.
You know about the Civil War? That was white people fighting and killing each other like you ain't never seen. I don't even think they can imagine that. White folks fighting each other over the Union.
They ain't got over it yet. They still fighting. They still mad at each other.
I don't know what the Union was until I saw them soldiers. They had on uniforms and say they was Union soldiers, and they asked if I could help.
We knew every swamp hole. We knew all the back ways. We knew how to connect them up.
They say they needed that. Say that the colored man got a right to life. Say they was fighting against slavery. I asked them, what took you so long? My daddy fought against slavery all his life. They say, well, we got guns. I turned and looked, and they had great big old cannons. That's when I knew a whole lot of people was gonna die when I looked and saw them their cannons. They was real serious about it. I knew all them guns wasn't on account of me. I figured they was fighting for themselves. And if that would help them, that would help us.
Well, they never said it was going to help. It was going to help us. They say the war was going to help us. After that, it's every man for himself.
I told them, you get what's in it for you, and I'll get what's in it for me. You get yours and I'll get mine, and we'll settle a difference later. We still settling.
I see Sally out here making all that noise. What you doing making all that noise? What you doing here?
I come to say goodbye. I'm on my way back down to Alabama.
Mr. Citizen is going to the City of Bones. He's going to need some help on the boat. Come on and help take Mr. Citizen to the City of Bones before you go.
My sister can't wait. I gotta go down there now.
I know you want to help your sister, but I know you ain't going to leave Mr. Citizen to fend for himself. That's not the Sally Two Kings I know.
All right. But I gotta get on. I plan to be in Wheeling, West Virginia by morning.
Eli, put on the nightlight. Where's Black Mary? Get Black Mary. Come on, Mr. Citizen.
Aunt Esther hands him back the pennies.
You hold on to them pennies. Mr. Citizen, you gonna need them. Jilson Grant was supposed to give you a piece of iron. You ain't got that. You got to go without it. That iron would have made you strong. That's what Samson had. His strength wasn't in his hair. He had a piece of iron that made him strong of heart, and God found favor with him. You got to see if God will find favor with you without that iron.
Solly hands Citizen his good luck chain.
Here, put this piece of chain in your pocket. Now you got you some iron. Jilson Grant, he ain't the only one got iron. That chain link brought me good luck many a time. Go on now, put it in your pocket.
Black Mary enters from upstairs with the European masks.
You ready, Mr. Citizen?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's... Aunt Esther hands him a paper boat made from the bill of sale.
You're going to take a ride on that boat. Come on, Black Mary. Sally, Eli. Mr. Citizen is going to the City of Bones. They're going to help us, Mr. Citizen. You can't never have enough help on the boat. Whatever happened, you hold on to that boat. You hold on to that boat and everything will be all right. Oh, what a day.
To
Go to the city of the bone.
Oh, what a day.
Go to the city of the bone.
We're going to the city.
Going to the city of the bone.
Oh, what a beautiful city, Mr. Citizen. It's a city like you ain't never seen. All the palaces are glittering with the light of the sun. Oh, what a day.
Going to the city of the bones.
You ever seen a boat, Mr. Citizen? You ever seen a boat, Mr. Citizen? A boat is made out of a lot of things. Wood and rope. The sails look like bed sheets blowing in the wind. They make a snap when the winds catch them. Wood and rope and iron. The workmen with their hammers ringing. A boat is something. It takes a lot of men to make a boat, and it takes a lot of men to sail a boat. Them was some brave men. They left their family and didn't know if they were ever going to see them again. They got on that boat and they went out into the world. The world's a dangerous place, Mr. Citizen. It's got all kinds of harms in it. It takes God to master the world. The world is a rough place, but there's gold out there in the world. There's good luck out there in the world. Them brave men went looking for it. Remember I told you could take a ride on that boat? The wind catch up in them sails and you be off across the ocean. The wind will take you every which way. You need a strong arm to steer that boat. Don't you feel it, Mr. Citizen? Don't you feel that boat rocking? Just a rocking and a rocking. The wind blowing.
You gotta watch out for the north wind.
The north wind. The north wind got a mind of its own.
Can't reason with it.
The best you can do is try to outrun it. What you say, Black Mary?
It's like Satan. He's gonna have his way with you.
You gotta figure out what to do.
Just a rocking and a rocking. The wind blowing and the birds following behind that boat. They follow wherever it go. What is they following, Mr. Citizen? The wind snapping them sails and the birds following. The birds following and singing and the fish swimming and the wind blowing.
It's moving. The boat's moving. I feel it moving. The land is moving away.
Do you see the sky?
I see the sky.
What color is it?
It's blue color up there. But farther along is gray.
That blue color is the skylight. That gray means trouble. That gray ain't supposed to be there. You hold on to that boat, Mr. Citizen. Whatever happened, don't drop the boat. You hold on to that boat and everything will be all right. Do you see any stairs? If you see some stairs, we can go down in the bottom. I've been down in the bottom. Look and see if you see some stairs and we can go down in the bottom of the boat. If it rocks too much, we got to be careful.
I see the stairs.
Come on, Mr. Citizen. Let's go down to the bottom of the boat. Be careful you don't fall.
It's dark down there.
I got a home in the graveyard.
Remember me.
Going down to the graveyard.
Remember me.
Going down to the graveyard.
Remember me.
Home
Remember
in the
me.
graveyard.
Remember me.
Going down to
I hear people talking.
Remember.
What they saying, Mr. Citizen? Do you know what they're saying?
It sounds like they singing.
What they saying?
They're saying, remember me. Chain to the boat. Chain me to the boat. Somebody help me.
What about the people? Where are the people?
Don't see no people.
Look close. Do you see any people? Look real close now.
I see the people. Chained to the boat.
Them people you seen got some powerful gods, Mr. Citizen, but they ain't on the boat with them. They don't know to call him on their own. God don't answer to no one man. God answer to the all the people. They need all the people. Them people you see is without God. When we get to the City of Bones, I'm going to show you what happened when all the people call on God with one voice. God got beautiful splendors.
They all look like me. They all got my face.
Breathe deep. Take a deep breath. Look at me. Citizen, look at me. It's Black Mary. Do you remember me? Take my hand. It's me, Black Mary.
The people, they chained to the boat.
Look at me, citizen.
Where am I?
You on the boat, Mr. Citizen. You going to the City of Bones.
No! No!
Citizen throws down the boat. Immediately a storm comes up.
Your boat. You throw away your boat. Get your boat, Mr. Citizen.
You can't get to the City of Bones without your boat, Mr. Citizen.
Get the boat.
You can't go without your boat.
Citizen struggles against the storm to reach the boat. Masked Solly and masked Eli seize him before he reaches it. They symbolically brand and symbolically whip Citizen, then throw him into the hull of the boat. The hatch slams shut. Citizen finds himself alone.
Stars. Where are the stars? We are marching to the light of God. We are marching to the light of God. We are marching to the light of God. Water. I'm thirsty. I need some water.
There is no water, Mr. Citizen. All you have is your chain link. The boat got into trouble. The water was lost overboard. The captain took what was left and set out in a small boat. He was a mean man. He was a selfish man. The captain of the Gem of the Ocean. He took all the water and left the crew to die. But they survived. They followed the law of the sea. Life is above all. God raised it to a great height. Live, Mr. Citizen, live to the fullest. You got a duty to live. So live, Mr. Citizen, live.
Have you heard about the city? The beautiful, beautiful city. Have you heard about the city? The
Beautiful, beautiful city. Have you heard about the city? The beautiful, beautiful city. And there's 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah.
Where there's 3 gates to the east.
Yeah. 3 gates to the west.
And there's
3 gates to the north.
and
3 gates to the south. And there's 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah.
There it is. It's made of bones. All the buildings and everything. Head bones. Leg bones. And rib bones. The streets look like silver. The trees are made of bones. The trees and everything. Made of bones.
Do you see the people with their tongue on fire?
I don't see no people.
Do you see the gate, Mr. Citizen?
I see the gate. I see the gate.
there are 12 gates, Mr. Citizen.
And 12 gatekeepers. You gotta go through the gatekeepers to get into the city.
There are 12 ways to get into the city, Mr. Citizen. Do you have your 2 pennies? Where are your 2 pennies? If you have your 2 pennies, you can go into that city. If you go into the city, you can see my mother and all the people with their tongues on fire, all glittering and dressed in their splendors. It's a sight like you ain't never seen.
I got my 2 pennies.
Then you got to pay the gatekeeper your passage, and he'll let you in the city. Do you see the gatekeeper, Mr. Citizen?
Yeah, see him.
Sully steps before Citizen, wearing the City of the Bones mask and holding his stick.
You got to tell him your name so he can write it down in a book. Then you got to pay your passage.
Citizen Barlow, I got my 2 pennies.
Masked Solly holds out his stick and won't let Citizen pass.
Won't let me pass.
Who is the gatekeeper, Mr. Citizen? Is it somebody you know?
Citizen recoils in horror. He is dumbstruck. He tries to speak, but no words come out of his mouth.
What is it, Mr. Citizen? What do you see?
The gatekeeper. The gatekeeper. It's Garrett Brown, the man who jumped in the river.
You got to tell him, Mr. Citizen. The truth has to stand in the light. You got to get your soul washed.
How come you didn't come out the water? You were supposed to come out the water.
You got to tell him, Mr. Citizen, otherwise you'll never be right with yourself. Peter denied Christ 3 times. You might not get lucky like Peter to have 3 chances. You got to tell him now.
It was me. I done it. My name is Citizen Barlow. I stole the bucket of nails.
Solly lets him pass.
The gate's opening.
Overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the city and the people with their tongues on fire, Citizen Barlow, now reborn as a man of the people, sits down and begins to cry. Solly removes his mask. The journey is over. Black Mary comes over and wipes Citizen's brow. She unbuttons his shirt and begins to wipe his chest.
Where am I?
You in Aunt Esther's house. It's okay.
Seen the city. I was on the boat. There was people on that boat.
It's okay now. You made it back. Everything's gonna be all right.
You made it back.
Back from the city of Bones.
You made it
Back
back.
from the city of Bones.
Made it back.
Back from the city of the Bones. Back from the city of the Bones.
Back from
The city of the
There is a loud knock on the door, which shatters the mood of celebration. Aunt Esther motions for Eli to answer it. Eli answers the door, and Caesar enters.
This is a peaceful house.
Hey, Eli, I see Solly here. Solly, you didn't know somebody seen you when you set the fire to the mill. You didn't know that, did you? You thought you was gonna get away with it. But you can't get away with nothing like that. You are under arrest.
I'm under God's sky, motherfucker. That's what I'm under.
Solly whacks Caesar on the knee with his stick. Caesar grabs his leg and falls down.
Oh.
Solly runs out the door, and Caesar gets up and hobbles to the door.
I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna catch him if I have to chase him clean up into Canada. Busted me in my goddamn knee. You can't get away with that. Now, I got to get my justice.
And the lights go down on the scene.